It looks like I have no pants.
She has no pants. I don't know what that's from. It's from a stupid video on YouTube or something that Andrew used to watch. Some random video where it's like, I have no legs.
Yes, that's me. I have no
But
pants.
she has no pants.
I do, though. They're just like short little purple ones, but I'm covering them to make it look like I got no pants. Hey there. Welcome to Parties to Playdates. I'm Kendall.
And I'm Jess. We're here to fill your day with warmth and laughter.
Join us as we navigate the chaos and joy of everyday life.
We're all about sharing real life moments with a dash of humor and practical tips.
So grab your coffee and settle in for a cozy chat.
Because here, every moment is a story worth sharing.
No topic is off limit.
And every listener is a friend.
Let's get this party started. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm so sweaty. Guys, you would not believe what we just went through.
Welcome to summer and stress.
To get these microphones set up.
For real, though. Jess's brain works so differently than mine. Watching her do all these different chords, and I don't even know what kind of chords you were calling them, and I was just assuming I knew which chord you were asking me to grab. Oh, my God.
I don't know. I just know I'm sweaty. That was a lot.
Last night when I left work, it was like 11 o'clock. It was 82 degrees out still.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And it's humid right now.
Mm-hmm. And it just rained.
This skin is not
We're dewy.
This is not dewy on purpose. This is dewy called Florida. This is the Florida dew. Florida dew drops.
Flow dew. What's been going on in your world? Tell me any story. What did they say or do?
I actually have a funny story that involves Mav.
Oh, God.
So over the weekend, we celebrated Mav's second birthday.
Yay.
It was a pool party, which was so fun.
So cute.
I had such a good time, and he was so cute and just living his best life.
Yeah.
But during the party, I was in a floaty tube, and Mav was just hanging out around me, whatever, and he decided to get in the tube with me, and so he wedged himself. We were like face to face in this little floaty ring, and he was just like right up against me, and I was spinning around, and he was laughing and having a good time, and then I had to stop because I'm 42 years old and I can't spin that much.
We get dizzy.
And so we're both like looking at each other all dizzy, and we're talking to Andrew. He's standing there, and then all of a sudden it gets really, really warm. And I'm pretty sure he peed on me.
Oh my God. I'm not surprised.
So anyways, and I look at his face, and he totally just has that look like he's focused, and I was like, this.
Uh-oh.
I look at Andrew and I was like, he 100% just peed on me. He's like, you felt it? I was like, yes.
It's warm.
It was very warm. So anyways, that's
Such
my
a little
funny story for the week.
That's so funny. Well, thank God there's probably so many chemicals in there that it probably doesn't even matter, but
I'm not worried about it. I thought it was hilarious.
that's so funny. Oh my God. He's hysterical. My story is me and Ryan, I swear, our brains are so fried the older we get, especially mine. The other night, I get home super late and I'm making soup because it's the only thing that sounds good right now. And when I have soup, I love garlic bread.
Yeah.
And Ryan makes a great garlic bread. And it's always been like a long time standing joke with me, him, and my sister making garlic bread because my sister every summer comes and hangs out with us and stays for a month or a month and a half, which is awesome. And every time she comes, we always burn the garlic bread so fucking bad. We'll put it in the oven on broil.
Yeah.
And we all are like, we shouldn't be doing this. Who's going to watch it? We're like, oh, put a timer. All three of us are just like, dee-dee-dee, and it burns every single time.
I was going to say, why are we putting on timers, guys?
We always forget. Or my sister even like sat in front of the stove. She's like, I'm going to sit here and watch. And then she's like, fuck, I burnt it. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is our deal with garlic bread? Like, so we started air frying it, which was great. Oh my God.
Because it has an automatic timer.
Why didn't we think of this the other night? This is so stupid. Ryan's going to hear this and be like, oh my God. Well, I was like, I'll just put it on broil on low. And we'll put the garlic bread in, and then we'll stand here because my soup is pretty much done. The timer for the soup is like 2 minutes or something. Yeah. It was like perfect. So he gets the garlic bread ready, and he's like, okay, get me a sheet pan. I'm like, okay. I'm like, where are the sheet pans? And I opened the bottom of the oven. They're not there. And I was like, my heart sank. They're back at our old house underneath our oven still.
Oh, no.
Ryan looked at me. He's like, what? And I was like, I never packed them. I was like, did you pack them? He goes, you did the kitchen. I was like, yeah, I did not pack them.
Oh no.
And mind you, we have nice sheet pans with the silicone covers and a pizza
Oh.
pan. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's the worst because that's an important kitchen item.
It is an
for
important
sure.
kitchen item. Like, luckily we have like other random things we can put in the oven. Like we
Yeah.
used a glass
Yeah.
pie Pyrex thing. We used like a brownie tin and it worked because it was just me and him. No one else was having garlic bread.
Yeah.
But I was like, who does that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so fried. So
Oh.
yeah, I messaged our landlord the following morning and I was like, girl, we left all of our sheet pans there. Is there any way that
Aw.
we can maybe try and get them back? She's like, oh yeah, like the person whoever's like keeping like property management or whatever that's keeping control of the house isn't supposed to come back until yesterday. So I never heard anything. So I'm probably going to annoy her today and be
Yeah.
like, yo, I need sheet pans.
I need my pans.
Like, really? Are
And
they
those
called
aren't-
sheet pans?
I call them sheet pans.
Yeah.
Some people call them cookie sheets.
Oh yeah, cookie sheets.
Some people call them baking
Oh,
trays. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
I call them sheet pans.
Ugh, horrible. But the bread came out fantastic.
Well, about time. Who knew?
Finally.
You just needed to not have a sheet pan.
I know.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
I died. I was like, this is not. We laughed so hard. I was like, what? We're idiots, but whatever.
Well,
worked
when
out.
you're packing, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about stuff. Going to the beach and going to the pool. We thought we would share some of our favorite pool and beach items since
Yeah.
we're in Florida and that's where we live in the summertime is at the pool or at the beach.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
There's no other option. So, what are some of your favorite must-haves?
So my number one and also you and I are in totally different seasons too because of
Yeah.
Mav.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have him, I'm sure I wouldn't be bringing. I usually don't bring anything
Yeah.
really, but with him, my number one for pool and beach, which I didn't know how I was going to go at first, but Ryan and I are both like surprisingly shocked how great it works. Are his cloth diapers that we clothed him with.
Oh, nice.
We don't cloth them anymore now, but we use them for the pool and for the beach, and they are way better than any kind of swim diaper that's out there. And I swear by that because he'll get out of the water, whether it be the pool or the beach, and you can see the water like hanging in his diaper because nothing comes out.
Yeah.
And like we have to open the side and the water comes pouring out. Nothing's getting out of there. And with swim diapers, no matter how well they fit or whatever, how great they are, those things, you can see your kid's butt cheeks from the side when water
they
fills
get all
up.
soggy and like,
It's
hang
nasty.
down. Yeah, it's weird.
And when they poop, it's just like poop's just seeping out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what is the reason for swim diapers other than they don't get big and bulky like regular daytime diapers?
Well, and I wonder too if you paired a swim diaper with a cloth diaper cover over the top.
That's what people were saying to
To
me at
lock
the
it
pool when
down.
they first saw, like when we first went to the pool. They're like, oh my gosh, his swim diaper is amazing. They're like, where did you get that? I was like, honestly, it's a cloth diaper.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're actually supposed to be wearing those like at our pool. And I was like, perfect. They're like, you're supposed to have a swim diaper underneath and then a cover on top. And I was like, I'm not going to waste my money on those stupid diapers when
Yeah.
these work just as good,
That's awesome.
but better. Yeah. So that's like my number one. And then my other thing that connects to that is my little wet bags that I
Okay.
put the swim diapers in, or if he goes to the bathroom or whatever, if we're finished, I put him in the wet bag so nothing in my bag gets wet from his diapers, which is fantastic. I honestly got these ones off of Temu when we first started clothing him because we would take them out and about in public and we would put his dirty diapers in there and they don't stink. Nothing gets wet. It's fantastic. They were like $3 for a set of 6 of them and they're all different sizes and they're great. Love those.
I bet those would also be good for people that don't have kids to put their phone or their car keys
Oh, yeah.
or anything that they don't want to get wet instead of having to do those bulky
Ones?
dry boxes. If they just
Mm-hmm.
did one of those wet bags where you're really keeping the wetness out instead of keeping the wetness in,
Mm-hmm.
I bet it would work just as good to just have a little bag to throw that stuff in and then throw it in
Totally.
your bag.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I should keep my electronics in there.
You should.
One for electronics, one for dirty diapers. Yeah, that's my number one. And then so I'm not a big towel person. I just dry so quickly. There's no need for a towel for me. So instead I usually bring tapestries because either the pool lounge chairs or the table and chairs that are there are piping hot.
Yeah.
I'd rather just put a tapestry down and sit on it than a towel. I don't know why that's so weird.
They fold up a lot smaller than towels
do.
They take up way less space, and you can usually bring bigger ones.
I bring a huge one.
Yeah.
I bring one that's probably the size of half of this patio. It's huge. It's just massive. And you're right. It folds up so much smaller, so I can put it in my backpack. Because I hate bringing bulky items. That's one thing I hate doing. Also because I have to keep control of a child. One, I can't put him in a stroller when we're at the beach, of course. But at a pool, I can do that. That's fine. But big bulky bags I just cannot stand, so I try to put everything as small as I can into a backpack. But the other one thing I can't live without is his snack tray that I have. It's nice. Amazing. It's from Amazon. It has a cover, like a lid and a bottom, and then the middle part where all the little compartments are comes out and you can clean it and stuff, but underneath is an ice pack that turns either into a frozen ice pack or you can heat it up and keep it warm. Ooh. And it's great for this hot ass weather we have. Yeah. To keep like all of his cheeses, his like fruit, anything like cold. And right now I'm not bringing anything hot. So
and then you have to bring an entire ice chest.
Exactly. I just bring my water because that's all we drink unless Ryan's with us, but water and it slips right into my backpack and it's such a game changer.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
It's a really good one. And of course a speaker. I feel like a speaker is...
Do you have a certain brand of speaker that you love?
Yes, we have a JBL Charge 4 or something like that. It's one of those like bigger cylinder looking ones. Okay. And it gets so loud and it's so great.
Yeah, those JBL portable speakers are freaking awesome.
Yeah, it bumps. Yeah,
they're good.
Even though we're not supposed to play loud music, but
everybody does it. Everybody's doing it, guys.
Yeah. What about you so far?
I love those ideas. Those are great. So for the beach, I'm also a very minimalist when it comes to the beach, and I'm not a big towel person. Mm-hmm. So I actually have this big beach blanket that is like the size of a king size spread, but it's that super thin parachute material. Ooh. And it condenses down into a little bag that's like this big.
That's
so
perfect.
Super teeny, and you don't have to fold it or anything. You just shake it out and stuff it in, and it's great for the beach because the sand just friggin' slides right off of it, and if it gets wet, it dries super fast. It's super lightweight, so you're never I gotta get the blanket. But it's nice because it's great for my kids. Never sit in chairs. Like we bought all of them chairs, and nobody wants to carry.
Your chairs are really cool. You should explain your chairs.
Yeah, that's definitely on my list. Mm-hmm. But they don't ever want to carry the chairs, and so I like to bring that blanket because it still gives them a place to sit. Because what happens is they don't want to bring the chairs, and then they get in the water, and then they want to sit down, and they want to sit in my chair. And I might be up doing something, and I come back, and my chair's just covered in sand and water, and I'm annoyed.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
So that is one of my top favorite things to bring, especially if I'm going with the kids. And then the second one are these bomb beach chairs I have that I literally did a few years ago when I was looking for good beach chairs. I'm like, I'm investing, so we have nice beach chairs. I literally ordered 5 different beach chairs off of Amazon, and then I would get them. And I would sit in them in my house and pretend like I was at the beach, and I would try out the pockets and all the everything. But I found this one chair that has a built-in shade that is so awesome. It's just like a little curved shade. You can pull it forward, you can push it back, and it's always connected to the chair, so you don't have to take it on and off. Mm-hmm. It reclines really nice. It's super comfortable on your legs. There's a cup holder. There's a big pocket on the back of the chair, and then it also has the backpack straps on it.
That's awesome.
So it's relatively lightweight, super easy to carry. I can literally throw whatever I want to take in the pocket in the back, and that's it. I don't take anything else. But it's nice because if you have multiple people going, it's like everybody put your stuff that you want to take in the pocket and then throw it on, and then it makes it so much easier. Yeah. Now, I'm not a big towel person, but I do love the sand cloud towels. Mm-hmm. They're all over Instagram and stuff, but I love them. They're beautiful, first of all, and they're like a tapestry towel. Yeah. In a way. But I love those because when I have taken those, if I've forgotten the big one or whatever, they're great to lay out on because they're really large. A lot of them are like double XL where you can fit 2 people on them. Mm-hmm. And they dry really fast, and they release the sand really easy too. They shake out. That's a really nice. Good company. I love their stuff. So those are 2 of my favorites. This one's random because it's not really something that you take to the beach, but it's this supplement that somebody told me about a while ago. It's called astaxanthin. I hope I'm saying that right. but it's some sort of supplement that's from Hawaii that is supposed to help your body process UV rays better.
Oh.
And so it's like sunscreen from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
So like I still use sunscreen, but if I consistently take that during the year, I rarely ever get sunburned unless I'm in the sun for 10 hours, like a full day at Crab Island or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one, and it's relatively inexpensive. It's
That's
just
super
like
cool.
one capsule, and it's crazy how little things like that can make your experience better. But it's safe for kids. It also has like other benefits like heart health and immune boosting and stuff like that. But my friend that told me about it said she uses all the time. Her kids take it, and she's like, we never get sunburned.
That's amazing.
So I was like, well, that is genius. And we're outside so much here that sometimes I'm like, ugh, I hate putting on sunscreen.
Yeah.
But speaking of sunscreen, do you have a favorite sunscreen that you like to use?
I actually don't. So I used to be against sunscreen.
Yeah.
Like I never wore it. Ever, ever, ever. I would literally just lather coconut oil on my body.
I feel like which is the opposite of sunscreen.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And I'm sure, and I always was told that coconut oil does have a slight, small SPF in it. And I don't know if I'm just making that up or making myself believe that.
Yeah.
But I never get burnt. Unless I'm in the sun for hours at a time and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it's 90 degrees out, then I probably will get burnt. But I swear I could put nothing on and I really don't get burnt. But the older I get, and my grandmother had severe melanoma skin cancer, and it's just not good. And I've been in the sun literally my whole life.
Yeah.
So I started wearing sunscreen, and I don't have a specific one I like go to. Honestly, Ryan really likes the tanning one, so that's the one we usually buy.
Yeah.
Which is full of chemicals, and I really shouldn't be putting it on me anyway. But no, I actually don't. So if you have a good one, let me know. I also need a really good kids one because, again, Mav, obviously he needs sunscreen. His skin is like brand spanking new.
Yeah. I have two that I really love. I have one that I found last year that is specifically for your face that is super light. It goes on your skin really well and almost feels just like a really light moisturizer.
Oh, nice.
But it's like a 60 SPF.
That's great.
But it just comes, it's a tiny little bottle, but it's amazing. I'll put it on my tattoo sometimes to protect it. And you can literally feel the sun will be beating down. And the part of my leg that doesn't have the sunscreen on it will feel warmer than the sunscreen
That's crazy.
part. Like you can literally feel it protecting your skin. So that's my go-to for face because I feel like it keeps your face from the pores getting all clogged and greasy and your face looking all disgusting. And then my other one that I use is just a 30 SPF. I can't remember the brand. I'll put it on our social media stuff, but I love it because it has a faint gold glitter in it.
I love it.
And it's so fun. I don't know why I love it so much. It smells really good. It works. It actually protects your skin. But it has this really faint glitter. So after the beach, you'll sometimes
have a shimmer.
See it. And it's really fun when people ask to borrow it that are dudes.
Oh my
like
God, I have a
somebody's
story
husband,
for you.
You'll be like, here you go. And then a few minutes later, you're looking at it, they're kind of glistening. It's really subtle. It's really subtle. And most people don't notice it, but I love it because it's a super happy surprise.
I love that. You totally reminded me of a story. When Ryan and I first met, we went to Mexico for a week for his sister's wedding, which was amazing. She had a full-on itinerary for the whole week. Every day there was something.
Fun.
It was so much fun. And, of course, we brought sunscreen, and I got one that was, and I don't even know what I bought. It must have been some, like, shimmer lotion or something. And he was like, oh, can I have some sunscreen? I'm like, yeah, here. And we're both putting it on. And literally, we're, like, lathering our bodies in it. And this one wasn't a faint shimmer. It was like straight up sparkles. And he and I looked at each other. He's like, oh my God, you're so sparkly. I was like, you're wearing the same thing. And he's like, oh my God. And we're just like covered in sparkles. And it was great. I was like, let's just rock it. Who cares? We're in Mexico.
Sparkles make sense in sunscreen to me. I feel like they're reflecting the sun.
Right?
Right off of you.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It was hilarious.
We should have more sparkly sunscreen. That's so funny.
I love it.
Oh, this is a fun beach hack that I figured out the other day. So I went to the beach by myself, which I do quite a bit. But whenever I go to the beach, you're on the beach, you're laying out, you're in your sun, you're in the water. And when you get done at the beach, you're ravenous because I'm not a bring a lot of snacks to the beach kind of person. It's like one less thing to deal with. And after the beach, I'm always like, I want a cheeseburger. I want French fries. I want just something. And so I was going to the beach. And I'm trying to be better about what I'm eating and be more mindful and prepared and things like that. And so as I was leaving the house, I'm like, I'm going to want a cheeseburger after this. I know it. And so I grabbed this little breakfast muffin that I had made a bunch of, and it was a little zippy bag. And so when I got out of my car, I just threw it on my dash inside the
Oh,
zippy bag. So when I got done at the beach, I came out and there it was. It
nice and
tasted
toasty.
fresh out of the oven. It was so warm, so perfect. Totally prevented me from getting the cheeseburger. I was very proud of myself. So, dashboard snacks, guys.
That is
As
so
long as they're
funny.
warm, next level.
You keep bringing things up that bring stories to my mind. So I'm a weirdo and I hate the microwave, which I started using it a little bit here and there now, but I was so against it for so long that in college, and it's funny because I'm talking about not using the microwave, but I would get instant noodles, a cup of noodle soups, or so stupid, or whatever. And I would bring food from home and literally while we're in class, I would sit my food outside in the sunshine because in Hawaii it was like, 85 all day long
Yeah.
every day. And I would just let it sit and bake and get warm so I
Yeah.
wouldn't have to use a microwave. And my friends thought I was fucking nuts.
It's Sunshine's microwave.
Exactly. I'm like, pop an egg out here. See, it'll be fine. Or like the dashboard cookie trend or whatever.
Yeah,
It works.
it totally works.
It's so smart. But that's so good because muffins do need to be warmed up, in my opinion,
They
sometimes.
do. And these ones are like high protein. They have like sausage and cheese and
Ooh.
cottage cheese and a bunch of eggs and stuff in them. So they're, oh my gosh, they're so good. I'll
Yeah.
totally, that's my recipe of the week. Speaking of recipes.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Those bad boys. They're better than an egg cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think each muffin has 16, 18 grams of protein in it.
That's great.
Because you're using eggs, sausage, cheese, cottage cheese, and then a little bit of flour.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the texture of almost like a roll, not a biscuit, which is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I will definitely share that recipe because they're game changers. But I just made 24 of them and threw them in my fridge for my kids. I ran out of muffin tins because I couldn't find where my kids had stashed the second one. So for part of it, I put it in a small cake pan, a rectangular one. So they ended up only being an inch thick. But when I sliced them up, I was
Yeah.
like, this could literally make bread for a sandwich. You could fry an egg and throw a piece of cheese or a piece of sausage and make a breakfast sandwich on your high protein. It would probably have 40 grams of protein.
That's great.
If you use them as that. So I'll definitely share that recipe because, oh my gosh, they're so good.
That's awesome.
And I've actually been looking for a recipe like that because one of the coffee shops, Kith and Kin, used to have these breakfast muffins like that had sausage and things in it. And they were so good. And I've been trying to find a recipe, but these ones are even better than those ones.
There you
so
go.
I'm so excited because they're super convenient and so delicious.
And I'm sure it's cheap.
Oh, yeah. Super cheap. Yeah, super cheap.
Yeah. And for all your kids and stuff, that's
Yeah.
easy, like grab and go. Like the burritos.
Just like the burritos. That's right.
Are they actually eating them for breakfast?
Dude, I made 20 burritos on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And as of yesterday, they're all gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Heck.
And I've had,
Whatever.
I think I ate 2 out
Yeah.
of all of those.
If you eat them, you eat them. Good thing they're
So-
eating them.
So, yeah,
That's great.
they're a hit.
That's awesome.
What have you been cooking?
Not anything, actually.
Soup.
Yeah, I made soup. That was the only thing I've made, I think, in the last 2 weeks because we've been on vacation and then my parents have been here and I started going back to work. So it's just been a hot mess express and nothing sounds good to me right now. And honestly, I think I'm going to make enchiladas this week.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. And I don't know why. I just think I need some soupy, wet, nasty little tortillas rolled up with veggies and rice and beans.
Love it.
Doesn't that sound good?
Listen, Mexican food always sounds good to me, so I'm in. I'm
And I
literally
need like
making
black olives on top or something. I
I'm
don't
literally
know.
making carne asada for dinner tonight.
Are
so,
you?
Yeah, it's marinating right now, which I'm interested to see how it turns out because the marinade called for orange juice, but I was too lazy to venture back into the store to find where the orange juice is because I've been shopping at a new grocery store trying to save money, and I was in the freezer section when I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get one of those cans of condensed orange juice.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And so I did that, and it needed half a cup of orange juice. So instead of just a cup of orange juice, I used a half a cup of condensed orange juice concentrate. So either I just found the secret to the best carne asadas ever, or we're going to have orange chicken.
Orange?
Or it's going to be way too orangey, but either way, we'll see. I'm like, it's just a marinade. How bad could it really
It's
go?
literally just a marinade. You're
Just
not cooking
marinade.
it like
It's
with
just a
it.
nice, strong orange flavor, which
I'm sure it'll be delicious.
I think it'll be amazing. So
Because
we'll
I'm
see.
sure it's like a sweetness to it, but I'm sure you put other spices and stuff to
Yeah, there was soy sauce.
Oh,
and
yeah.
cilantro and onions and garlic. There's a lot
Oh
of
my
other
God,
strong
yum.
flavors
That's going to
in
be
there.
so good.
So, and lime juice. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm
But-
definitely doing Mexican this week.
Yeah.
I want some sloppy ass enchiladas.
I love it. Give me the sauce and the spice.
And I love both green and red. I love both sauces, so I'm going to do both. I'm going to do half and half.
Ooh, nice. I'm not a red sauce girl, but there were these enchiladas my mom used to make when we were kids that were, I like to call them like deconstructed enchiladas because you kind of made them when you made your plate. So you would layer like a tortilla and this sauce and cheese and a tortilla sauce and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
But the key was she used this red enchilada sauce from this brand, Rosarita. We need you on the East Coast, please. You can find Rosarita beans, but you can't find their red enchilada sauce. And the Rosarita red enchilada sauce
Yum.
is top notch. Nothing compares to Rosarita red enchilada sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have it here, so I don't ever make it.
What about Amazon?
I think I've ordered it once or twice.
Oh, okay. I was like, because that would be really a big bummer.
Yeah. I think you can get it on Amazon, but it just makes me feel sad ordering canned goods off of Amazon. Why is that depressing to me?
Ordering canned goods off of
Canned
Amazon.
Like, what are we? Is this the future? Are we robots?
Hey, if you got to get your enchilada sauce somehow, just do it. That is so funny.
What's crazy is when Andrew wanted me to make him a gooseberry pie for Thanksgiving, I had no problem ordering.
I'm sorry, that is the most random pie I've ever heard of.
Yes, it is. And you know what's hilarious is I've never made a gooseberry pie before, and it took me 2 years to figure it out because the first time I ordered huckleberries.
Oh,
because
yum.
I forgot it was gooseberries, but huckleberries are friggin' delicious. I found out because he told me gooseberry, and I surprised him with the huckleberry pie.
Oh my God, you're like,
He's
here you go.
Remember from childhood? He's like, I didn't eat that as a kid. I ate gooseberry pie, and I was like, oh. So I waited until the next Thanksgiving. It was a 2-year.
You're like, I'm not even gonna try again.
The next Thanksgiving, I made a gooseberry pie, and I don't know if you've ever had gooseberries before, but
I have not.
That kind of burning feeling you get when you eat Pop Rocks
Mm-hmm.
imagine the burning feeling without the crackle.
Mm-hmm.
That is what gooseberry pie was like. There was this weird acidic, burny kind of
and he likes it?
It was almost like carbonated, that like strong.
Interesting.
Some of our friends were having gooseberries, and we all ate it before Andrew did, and we were like taking a bite, and I was like, what is this? Like, I don't even know. They weren't bad. It was just very interesting, sharp feeling in your mouth. So he said I did the wrong recipe. And so we have yet to find the best gooseberry pie recipe. But so if anybody who grew up in Missouri or Kansas out there has a quality gooseberry pie recipe, hit me up.
She needs it.
I would really like to make my husband's childhood Thanksgiving dreams come true.
Gooseberries are those little yellow ones, right? And you have to like take like the shell kind of thing off.
I don't know. I bought the canned ones that were Maybe that was why it was bad.
We bought canned goods off Amazon.
It seemed okay to use, and they said you could use the canned one. So
that is so interesting.
Yeah.
I've never had a gooseberry pie.
Yeah, who knew?
And honestly, I don't even know if I would try it.
It wasn't bad, but I was like, there's nothing amazing about this. There's about 15 other pies I would eat before
You're
that
like,
one.
I'd rather make my huckleberry pie for you.
I really would. Oh my gosh, huckleberries on point.
That sounds so good.
Delicious. And pretty.
I'm sure.
They're beautiful.
Aw.
So.
When you make a pie, are you putting like a crust on top, or is it like an open pie? Like a pumpkin?
For berry pies, I usually do a crust on top. But I love crust.
Me too.
Andrew will just abandon the crust, like the best part, like at the end. You know
That is the best
side
part.
piece with the big crust on. No, he'll just leave that like it's a crust of bread.
I'm also, oh my gosh.
Isn't that terrible?
That
I'm
just
like,
kills
I'll
me.
eat his. I'll like steal it.
Give me your
like,
crust.
Don't throw that away. What are you doing?
Give me your crust.
You're wasting the only reason I eat pie.
100%. I'm also like the cobbler kind of girl.
Oh.
I love the extra part of
The
yes, like the
extra
crumbles,
crust, the crumble.
all that. I love that part. Plus whatever the filling is. I can't just
Yeah.
have the filling.
Ooh, a huckleberry cobbler.
That would be
Ooh.
fire.
I'm gonna I'm going to have to try
Thanksgiving,
that
here
one.
we come.
Although I'm pretty sure I have some cans of gooseberries in my cupboard
Give it a go.
from the last time I ordered them. Maybe we just need to do a gooseberry crumble.
Yeah,
I don't
that sounds
know.
so good.
Please send me a recipe though, guys. We're in dire need.
And then you're going to present it to Andrew and he'll be like, what is this?
He's going to be like, what the hell?
This isn't a pie.
We should just combine the two and we'll do a huckle goose pie.
A huckle goose.
A huckle gooseberry
Goose huckle.
pie. I bet that would be pretty.
A hoose.
A hoose.
Gussel.
So many names. I love it.
Oh.
Well,
Let us know if you guys have any ideas for the beach or the pool.
yes.
Kids, no kids. I probably should have said wagon, but I'm not that kind of mom, and neither is Ryan, to bring a full wagon down to an area.
Yeah, even with when our kids were younger, we were never like that. It was like you can bring what you can carry.
Yeah, exactly.
And recently too, though, we see a lot of people with them at our beach. They're called shibimini.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's like an
Yeah,
arch.
bimini or something.
Yeah, they're like an arch little thing that has little weights on the bottom, and then the shade is just a rectangle of fabric that goes across the arch, but the wind from the beach just keeps it up in the air, and so you sit underneath it, and it creates a lot of shade, but it's really compact. Andrew really wanted one of those because we don't ever take umbrellas to the beach.
Ryan does too.
So we bought one, but we have yet to use it.
Awesome.
So I'll let
Stay
you know.
tuned.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Stay tuned for our beach day.
Stay tuned to see if that was a good or a bad idea.
I'm sure it'll be great.
But definitely let us know.
As long as there's wind. Watch, we go to the one beach day that there's no wind.
Just a curtain. So ridiculous.
Yeah, so let us know any tips or tricks for the beach or the pool.
Yeah.
Any fun pie recipes that you may have? Because I guess Thanksgiving we could start thinking now.
For real. I will wait for the gooseberry one. 100%. Hook us up.
That's great. Or fun
geez.
enchilada ideas. Or what did you... Muffins. Your egg muffins.
Egg muffins, yes. I will definitely be sharing that recipe because it is a winner.
My stomach is literally growling.
I know.
I should put the thing to it because it's literally rumbling. I'm hungry now.
I love it. Let's go eat some muffins, Kendall.
Gotta go. I gotta go eat some muffins.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And that, party people, wraps up another delightful episode of Parties to Playdates.
We hope you're leaving with a smile, a story, and maybe a tip or two.
Remember, life's journey is better shared with a friend.
And we're so grateful to be part of yours.
If you enjoyed today's chat, don't forget to rate and subscribe to our show.
Your support keeps our community growing and our stories flowing. We want to hear from you. Please send us your thoughts, ideas, and questions to partiestoplaydates@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Parties to Playdates.
Until next time, keep embracing the chaos and finding the joy.
Take care and stay connected, party people.
Bye for now, and don't forget to laugh a little extra today.
Bye.